Carry on. You must be our new German master, hmm?
Stefan. No. Max. Stefan.
Ah, Chipping. Chipping.
But of course, you must be the famous Mr. Chips. You will excuse the familiarity.
Hello, Chips. Hello, don't know you.
Oh, well, this is Herr Stefan, our new German master. Now, this is Harry Kemp, Ponsonby, and young Marlowe.
How do you do? How do you do? Don't approve of this craze for teaching modern language. Latin, Greek, and a lick of French were good enough when I was a boy.
Let us hope that by learning each other's languages, we may become better friends.
Well, let us hope the Kaiser is as keen to be friends as Herr Stefan.
Oh, come, the Kaiser's grandmother's Queen Victoria.
Almost one of our royal family.
Yes, they say there's a rogue in every family. I beg your pardon, Herr Stefan. Hope I don't offend you.
No. I am one of many, many Germans who are dismayed by the policies to which the Kaiser is being persuaded by his general staff.
Not enough of you to stop him, it seems. Building battleships to outnumber our navy. Biggest army in Europe. Speeches about blood and iron.
Don't expect that now from the Kaiser.
Gentlemen, I have just had an interview with the headmaster, and I'm permitted to tell you that he will shortly be leaving us.
Ah, Ralston leaving, that is good news.
Where's he going, Chips?
Oh, I won't name the school, but it has been described as a large and expensive snob factory.
Ralston will be in his element.
Chips, this is wonderful. They must make you headmaster now.
Oh, no. New man's already been appointed. He's young, 34, with a brilliant natural science tripos.
I shall meet the rest of the staff today, Mr. Chipping, but I wished first to come and pay my respects to you.
Oh, well, that's most kind of you, Mr. Chatteris, and most thoughtful.
I hope you like cherry cake, sir. All my other young gentlemen do.
My house matron is a jewel beyond price. First day, eh?
Yes, I must say I do feel a bit like a new boy.
You can count on me, headmaster.
Thank you, Mr. Chipping. I believe I have a great deal to learn from you.
Oh, I'm a classicist. Your own province, that of science. Total mystery to me.
Science or classics, it is the blend that matters. As with tea, I'm sure. One must still teach good manners, good sense, kindness.
I rejoice to hear you say so. This new century's been a nightmare to me. I cling to the past, you see.
Yes, I agree the new century is vulgar and mad and unforeseeable, but Brookfield has 400 years of good to pass on to its pupils.
Yes, the new headmaster liked my tea. And I liked him. He was right about the new century, though. People began to use the word headlines, and sinister headlines they often were.
This Agadir business looks bad. German Grand Fleet is said to be making ready for sea. Now, our ships are assembling, too.
Stefan, what are all your peace-loving Germans doing about it? Listening to Schubert, no doubt, and heaving sentimental sighs while their battleships steam out to bully Europe.
There are bullies in every land.
There'll be a compromise. It'll blow over as usual.
For the time being. What is the matter with the British workmen? This railway strike's been going on for 3 weeks. No sign of a break.
Oh, it really is disgraceful. There's been stone throwing at the soldiers driving the trains. In many places, volunteers are patrolling the lines to prevent this violence.
I say, you know, that's what our boys ought to be doing.
A very good idea. If the head agrees, we can put it to the boys at call-over.
But our little branch line? Boy, so peaceful, nothing worse than a stray car will ever disrupt the trains.
It would teach the boys to be good citizens.
Your pet principle, I've always understood, Chips.
Oh, a bit of fresh air, I suppose, will do them no harm.
What are those boys up to? Crick-laid? Quis custodiet ipsos custodes, eh? All right.
Well, yes, but what if the strikers turn up? What should we do if we meet any?
Would you like to meet a striker?
I don't know, sir.
You can meet one. Mr. Jones here, he's a striker.
If your lads would like a nice cup of tea after finishing playing about down there, come and see the missus.
When Mr. Jones is on duty, he's in charge of the signal box at the station. You put your life in his hands many a time.
But, sir...
We're all the same flesh and blood, Cricklade. Now, we're all British. Have faith in your country and your countrymen, eh? Now, if I were you, I'd go and try for a cup of tea.
Come on, lads.
Thank you.
Young Max Stafel and I became firm friends. He was a great admirer of English countryside. So that summer, I took him on a walking tour in the hills where I first met my Catherine. Oh, so long ago.
Stay with you, I'll hang my heart on a weeping willow tree, and may the world go well with thee, well with thee.
No, I think it's better.
You say that is better than Heidelberg drinking song?
Yeah. That is not something I rejoice in. Man does not need wings.
Why? In the future, they will span the world and bring nation closer to nation.
Well, the future's for you young fellas. I'd go back to the stagecoach if I could.
Chips. Are you all right?
Oh, just a bit of a chest complaint. Been a bit troublesome lately. You're buying the tea. What?
The Balkan War crisis is still given a lot of space.
Oh, well, both sides have accepted the British proposal for a peace conference, haven't they?
An international force is to be sent by the European powers to police the disputed area.
Good, good.
So it will be from now on. You have taught me that tea is a beverage of infinite variety. Chips, you must do something about that cough.
Oh, there's nothing I can do about Anno Domini. I'm 65 years old, my friend. It's the retirement age.
You speak of retirement?
I had hoped to carry on. But in fairness to the school, I must think about my declining health.
You will never retire.
I was much moved by the boys' presentation to you.
It was obviously a genuine expression of their feelings, Chips.
Very well.
Must have been a very long day for you.
But a splendid day.
Indeed. Nevertheless, I should just like to say that although we mark your retirement with an evening of jovial fellowship, we are all nonetheless sad at heart to lose you, Chips.
Yes.
To wake up without Chips in our midst will be like waking up with Chapel or Big Hall no longer with us. And we wish you many years of health, rest, and recreation. And may this token, a gift from your affectionate colleagues, tell only happy hours for you. Oh. God bless you, Chips. Chips! Chips.
Good health.
Chips.
Speech. Speech from Chips.
Oh,
Silence. Silence for Chips.
Headmaster, colleagues, friends, I'm much moved by the splendid gift. But if you think you're going to wake up without Chips in your midst, you're very much mistaken. I'm only moving just outside the gate to the house of the good Mrs. Wicket.
Oh, that is splendid, Chips.
And from there, I shall not only be able to keep an eye on you, but continue to play what part I can in the life of the school.
Magnificent.
Do you know, I was thinking only the other day, I have been here for over 40 years. It's just been my life. And as I said this afternoon to the boys, I remember so many changes, but I shan't bore you with them.
No.
Perhaps I should write them down in a book. Now, what should I call it? Memories of Rod and Lines. Yes. Yes, I remember so many things. So many faces. I can't forget them. Faces of thousands of boys. I could only reminisce say, you are bit. Do you know, Headmaster, if I haunt you when I'm gone, just think of me as a friendly ghost. But until then, I intend to remain active amongst you. And active I was. Yeah, I dined with the head and sometimes with the masters. I attended every school activity. I became editor of the Brookfield Directory. I was elected president of the Old Boys Club and went to dinners in London. I wrote articles for the school magazine. And I read my Times every morning very thoroughly. I was always a welcome guest in the common room. And my hard-fought chess games with Max Stafel became a regular event. It was at this time that I introduced another custom, one that I have kept up to this day, of inviting all the new boys to tea.
Might as well finish up the beer before the holidays. It's damn clean a swill the lot if you leave it.
Cheerio, everyone. Have a good summer, all of you.
Where are you off to?
Staying with friends in Devon. Oh. Must be the best July we've had in years. I mean to get in a devil of a lot of swimming. Bye, all.
Bye.
Bye, Chips.
Bye, Richard.
Where are you off to, Stafel? Back to the fatherland?
To my mother, in Wiesbaden. I shall be back on the 1st of September before term starts. Chips has invited me to stay.
To continue our tournament. Yeah, nearly everyone's off already, and Miss Burston with goodbyes.
Not this one, Chips. Till September.
I'll look after your chess set. Farewell, Max.
Mr. Ponsonby?
Wiesbaden, eh? Delightful town. Let's go there again one day.
Mr. Kemp? Goodbye, all.
Bye.
Bye, Max.
Chips, old man, don't be too sure of your chess. I'm off to territorial camp next week, and after that, who knows? I have a friend at the War House. He says it's touch and go.
Unthinkable. I was convinced almost until the last moment that common sense and humanity would prevail, and that conflict would be averted. But I was wrong. In 1914, the great powers muddled and drifted their way into war.
I'm sorry to lose you, Marlowe. Stebbings and Hale have already gone. I can ill spare you chaps. But the country needs soldiers.
The job has got to be done, Headmaster.
Indeed it has. Come. Ah, Chips, thanks for coming.
Headmaster, look who I found. Captain Kemp.
Hi,
Good
sir.
Lord, Kemp. Stand easy, stand
Welcome
easy.
home.
Hello, you. Headmaster.
What brings you back to Brookfield?
I got the day off. Well, to tell you the truth, and in confidence, we're off to France any day.
Oh, that's splendid news.
With a lot of other TA battalions, reinforce the BEF. We'll have the Huns licked by Christmas.
Doesn't give me much chance.
First come, first served. Hope you get over in time for the fun.
Thanks. Bye, Chips.
Oh, God bless you, Richard. Come and see me when you got leave, eh?
Of course I will.
Goodbye and good luck, Marlowe.
Thank you, Headmaster. Well, off I go then.
Yes, I'll come down to the common room with you. See who's about. I'll see you later.
I say, Headmaster, if you're going to join up, well, you heard Kemp. You'd better hurry.
Evidently, young Marlowe thinks I am a shirker.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's not the first to drop a hint. I am of military age. I learned some time ago that I have a heart condition, and I could never get into the army. But I don't see why I should pin a doctor's certificate on my door. However, that's not what I wanted to speak to you about. Chips, I need you.
You need me?
You see how it is? All the young masters are joining up. Every school in the country is competing for the best of the older men. I'm interviewing duds and crocks, and I may be forced to take them.
Headmaster, you want me to come back, don't you?
It won't be a lot of hard work, just taking classes when you can. That is, if you feel up to it, Chips.
Oh, if I feel up to it. Will tomorrow be too soon? Lex Cannula. Now, this was a law introduced by the Tribune Gaius Canulus in the year 445 BC. And it was part of the effort by the plebs, the commoners, to break the social power of the patricians. But it permitted patricians to marry commoners. Now, if you wish to memorize this law, just recall that if Miss Pleb wanted Mr. Patrician to marry her and he said he couldn't, she'd reply, "Oh, yes, you can, you liar." Forrest, what have you got there? It's the official manual for the short magazine Lee Enfield Service Rifle. Now, that's very praiseworthy, but it's nothing to do with the Lex Cannulae.
Sorry, sir.
You thinking of offering your services to the Crown? You are rather diminutive, you know.
I'm doing exercises, sir. I mean to go when I'm old enough.
I see. The war will be over by then. I must warn you that Captain Kemp, who's in France now, told me before he left that it'll be over by Christmas.
Harry! Harry!
My dear fellow.
Good to be back, Chips. Even if I am a bit late. Didn't I say something about the war being over by last Christmas? Well, 1915 hasn't been a particularly good year.
I'm sorry about your arm.
Oh, Chips. I'm one of the lucky ones. Won't stop me teaching, eh?
Yeah. Chatteris, he'll be pleased to see you back. We're short of good teachers.
Yes, I passed a couple of aged imbeciles on my way in.
Will you see them all in chapel? You are coming over, aren't you?
Oh, yes. Yes, a few thanks to offer up.
It is now once again my painful duty to announce to you the names of former pupils of this school which appear in the casualty list of fallen officers. Richard James, Captain, Royal Artillery, killed in action. A pupil of this school from 1898 to 1903. Henry Mathias, Lieutenant, King's Own Royal Regiment, died of wounds. Peter Terrace, 2nd Lieutenant, Irish Guards, killed in action. Peter was with us from 1909 to 1914 and took a commission on the outbreak of war. We all offer our sympathy to his younger brother, Robert, of the 5th Form, who is with us at our prayers tonight. To you and to your family, Robert, we can only say, in your sorrow, dulce et decorum est pro patria mori. We shall now rise and sing hymn number 403.
You know, I knew every one of those boys. Every one. Robert.
Sir?
Well, I'm sorry to hear about your brother.
My dad's out there with the regiment, sir. He's going to get me a commission when I leave next year.
We'll be there, Bob. Oh, my brave boys. All right. Come in.
Excuse me, sir. It's a message from the headmaster. He's unwell again. Please, would you take chapel for him this evening?
Of course. Thank you, Mrs. Wickett.
Thank you, sir.
And Thomas Hollingbury, Royal Navy, lost at sea. Thomas was in my house till 1909. He was proud of the Navy. His family had been represented in it for 5 generations. He was an only son. And now, before we sing the hymn, I've one more announcement to make to you. After much delay, a letter has reached me from Germany. It comes from the mother of Lieutenant Max Steffel, who was killed earlier this year while serving in the Ypres sector. Those of you who were here before the war will remember Max Steffel. He was not only an excellent teacher, but was an example to pupil and colleague alike of kindness, humanity, and culture. I mourn him as a true and irreplaceable friend.
It was an outrage, Chipping, an outrage. You abused the privileged position conferred on you by your age. You abused the trust the headmaster placed in you. And you insulted our own dead by polluting the air with the name of an enemy. A Hun. A filthy Hun. Yes, Kemp, you're the one to tell this wicked...
Now, that's enough, Pudsonby. I fought against Fritz. He's a pretty good chap.
Max Steffel's a pretty good chap. The only good German's a dead German.
They're better sportsmen than you armchair heroes. I should know. I lost my arm up at Wipers. Same place Steffel went west. Perhaps he was in the lot opposite us, standing like us up to the knees in freezing water and getting shelled to glory. And singing carols to us in between. Oh, yes. And we sang carols back.
Kemp, I fear you must be shell-shocked.
Shell-shocked? I've killed Germans, and I'd kill a few more if I had my arm back. But I'd as soon do for some of the gas bags I have to listen to at home.
Harry.
Come on, Chips. I can't take poor old Steffel's place at chess. I'll give you a game of drafts.
Tigers, I said. Next man, on guard. Go! In, out, on guard, follow through! Next man. Punch through, scream, hey, kill him! Next man, on guard. Go! In, out. Senior cadet squad, sir. Extra bayonet practice. They lack ferocity. They need ferocity, sir.
You mean? I don't blame them. It does seem a very vulgar way of killing someone.
Sir?
Yes, Rollins?
Sir, Headmaster's compliments, sir. Would you kindly join him in his study?
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Now, he won't have to meet no one hand to hand, but you will. Next man, on guard!
I'm sorry to have thrust this problem upon you so suddenly, Sir John. I quite understand. But after my last attack, there's simply no way that I could continue at Brookfield. So, come. Cheers. Thanks for coming.
Oh, Sir John, I'm so proud to see you a Major General. It's long overdue, long overdue.
Thank you, Chips. Thank you.
At the end of term, I'm going into a nursing home.
Well, you have been looking a little tired.
I'm not coming back, Chips. I'm retiring. Doctor's orders.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry.
Governors want you to take over, Chips.
To take over?
We'd like you just to carry on. For the duration.
What, just a question of doing my bit, eh?
For the duration.
Well, yes, of course, of course.
Splendid. I'm so relieved. I'll go and arrange for some tea. Sir John would...
He's a dying man. He and I knew that, but it's come sooner than we thought.
Poor Chatteris.
You'll have to take over at once. That means this minute, Chips.
I am ready.